Hello everybody, my name is Zen and welcome to the very first episode of our Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. Technically it's not the very first episode, I did play through a little bit of the early access on the channel, but I stopped, maybe a quarter of the way through Act 1 and decided I was going to wait for the full game to release, and it's a good thing too because a bunch of stuff has changed since the first early access stuff that we did. In fact, the whole intro of the game is pretty different. You'll see what I mean when we get into it. I played a little bit with my wife earlier, so I got to see that and got a taste of all the different stuff. But without further ado, we're going to jump in and get started. However, not the normal way that I do. In fact, I've already made my character. Yes, I made a Dragonborn Paladin. Now, before you tune out because you're like, oh god, he's playing a Paladin, trust me, just trust me. We are doing the Dark Urge background, which basically makes it so your character has this thing, whether it's a demon or whatnot, I don't know. We'll find out when we play, that is causing them to have this dark urge to just murder people. And we have made a red Dragonborn Paladin. That is the Oath of Vengeance, because they had, now when they start the game, our character will have lost their memories, totally fine, part of our story, but they had taken the Oath of Vengeance to get rid of whatever this creature is that has been causing them to have these dark urges. So that's kind of the basis of our character, and like always, it took me forever to try to name my character, and I just ended up going with Zenkiki. Finally, our guardian, it used to be like, who do you dream of at night or whatever in the early access, it's now called a guardian, is a Githyanki. And I feel like that is very fitting because the Githyanki ride red dragons, so there's some kind of connection there with this Githyanki to the fact that we're red dragonborn. If you've never seen any of my stuff and you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. You're in for a treat. I really get into role-playing games where we understand our character's motivations and we make choices based on what that character would do. Sometimes it puts us in a bit of a bind because what I want to do is very different than what my character would actually do, and yet we typically always choose the character action there, which makes things a bit more exciting. Now, our character, like I said, has the Oath of Vengeance, but because it's always like choosing the greater evil to destroy, and there's a little bit of Sisters of Battle from Warhammer going on where he just wants to purge the heretics kind of thing. He's not necessarily a goody two shoes character. And is this dark urge actually coming from within? Is he just fighting his inner turmoil, or is this something that is an exterior thing that he can fight? We're gonna find out. I think it would be very interesting to see how this character pans out, because it's not going to be your typical paladin. It's not going to be your typical Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. We're really going to get into it and have a bunch of fun. So let's jump on into the intro cinematics, and I'll see you on the other side.
blood in your head thrums and pounds. That pounding blood obscures who you are. An overwhelming loss of memory. How you ended up amidst these hellish flames is just as hidden. You have nothing in your skull, besides your name and a headache. But you are in danger. Time to get out of here. And then you can shed light on the dark of the matter of yourself.
Okay, here we go. I'm so excited.
One day I'll catch a break.
Their cinematics are freaking fantastic. I love their cinematics. They're top quality. Obviously, we've seen those before. We've seen those cinematics, but it's nice to watch in context of the game actually being accessible and live. Like you play it right now on PC, not on PlayStation. Gonna take a little bit for PlayStation. Now, this whole little starting area, basically the same as what it was right here, but past this, it gets very different. And that's exciting because of, as someone who has done it a lot, like a stupid amount, like there's no more, things over here to jump to. I'm just glad
here goes nothing.
That it's a little different.
Odd. I feel better.
It makes it feel very fresh, as in you are finally experiencing this game as it was meant to be experienced.
What's
right?
In here?
Not having played the intro 200 times. You have no idea how many times I played it. It was like, I'd make all the update videos about being like, hey, this new class got added to the game, or they added this, or they changed that. And every time I would start a new character. It was kind of brutal.
We are trapped.
I'm very curious to see if this is the same. I can't get there. Oh, interesting. I figured it would just take me down the stairs, but weird pathing.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us. Please. Before they return. They return.
Apparently, our Dragonborn not very perceptive. I think you're past the point of saving. Tell me what to do.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Okay, I'm very strong, so I think we're going to break the skull. Skill checks, yeah. Some dialogues. Options require a skill check, a dice roll that must meet or exceed a target number. Your character's skills add bonuses to this roll. So I get a +3 from my strength. Let's roll it. I have a feeling strength rolls are going to be our strong suit. Oh, and we also get a huge bonus to intimidation for being the Dark Urge. It's like +4. It's really good.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat.
You know what? We need to.
Your fingers twitch with the desire to rip its tender, moist meat to shreds.
Yeah, we're gonna... Oh, it's dexterity. Oh, crap. Our dexterity is not as good, but we're gonna do it. What? Advantage. Split splatter. Makes you more likely to succeed. Why do we get advantage here? Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if we're getting advantage because... by the way, advantage allows you to roll twice. You take the highest number if you've never played D&D before. I wonder if we're getting advantage because of the Dark Urge. Maybe not. Oh my goodness, that's so bad. It didn't work, guys. It didn't work. It's gonna attack us. If you know nothing about me because you're new to the channel or you're new to watch me play any kind of RPG like this, you should know I roll terribly. I have cursed dice. It's really bad for playing tabletop war games like a Warhammer or Star Wars Legion, Shatterpoint. I just roll so bad. Yeah, it wasn't happy with that. Not surprised. Do I fight it? Is it running away? Oh, he's gonna come back later. I pissed that thing off. Oh, that is funny. Whoops. I think in the early access, it would attack you, which is, yeah. If it hits you once, it could not kill you. And if you missed, then you can just die, like right there. Ooh. I love this.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Ugh. My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
What made you think I was a thrall?
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Gale, mind flayers.
We are turning into mind flayers? There must be something we could do.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. We will address the matter of a cure for this infection once we reach the material plane.
This just got very Diablo. Combat. You ready to fight? I'm gonna read this for anybody who's never played a game like this, which is fine. We have new people coming in all the time who've never done anything like this, and this is a fun little tutorial, and it gives you an idea, a sense of maybe things that you may have missed if you haven't done this in a while. Combat happens in rounds, and each participant gets a turn to act. The game pauses around you during combat, so you have time to plan your actions. So I have an action, I have a bonus action. So bonus actions are different, like things like dash. Or I guess dash is an action. It's a bonus action for things like rogues, but like jump is a bonus action. Movements, you have a certain amount of movement. That's that yellow bar there that I can do. So I have the ability to move over to him and just straight up hit him. I do have a fire breath attack, being a Dragonborn. It is an action, but it replenishes on a long rest. So I only get one use of this currently. So I'd rather just hit him. Take him out. I could end my turn, but Lizelle also gets a turn. For her, we're going to use the rush attack. This refreshers on a short rest rather. I'm going to get her to dive in like that. She loot while we're at it. Cool. And get her to move. Can I loot?
Well, so much for peace.
I don't remember if they made it so that was an action or not.
Swift and lethal.
And her turn. Now the imp goes. So games like this are all about action management. They call it action economy. So if you're fighting an enemy that just gets a bunch of actions,
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
either there's a swarm of them, or you're fighting an enemy that's just getting an unfair amount of actions. They're gonna have a high
We need to get out before it's too late.
they're gonna have a high likelihood of just whooping your butt, just because you're not getting to do as much as they're getting to do. So the value of what you're needing to do on your individual turn has to be so much better than what they can possibly do. So it's a good way to look at a turn-based thing. This goes for wargaming, it goes for tabletop RPGs, or any turn-based thing like this.
Istik, back! Touch nothing without knowing its purpose.
I kind of want to touch it.
Another mystery.
I have no idea what that says. My Arcana,
Can't read this script.
not very good. It's not good. Let's click on this.
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
Look at the latch that might, or look for a latch that might open the lid. Yeah.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
The pod's stuck fast. I can't free you, or I'll go look around. Yeah.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
Cool. Can I do anything with this?
The console appears dormant.
Look for a switch or release.
The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
Okay, so I'm gonna need. Can I hit it?
Nothing. The console
Just kicked
remains
it.
dormant.
Piece of junk. All right. So we're gonna need to
Whatever
go
fits in
look
that
for this stuff.
socket must power this thing.
So this is the same from the intro experience that was here before. Oh, now there's, oh, because, oh my goodness, that's so worse. That's so much worse. No.
Not us!
Okay.
Must be terminated!
So, because we hurt the mind flayer, or sorry, not the mind flayer, the intellect devourer, and it ran away. Normally there's an intellect devourer just wandering around here and it doesn't hurt you. But because it got away, it ran over here and now we have to fight two of them. That's way worse. Will my fire breath be able to hit them both? Just. You know what? I'll do it. Okay, that one made it save, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Goodness, is this considered a fiend? No, it is a, what do you call it? Aren't the mind flayers and stuff aberrations? So our divine sense, which gives us advantage, which means we roll twice on attack rolls against celestial fiends and undead, does not work here. Lizelle needs to come in and save the day, though. They're both at 6 after that. I mean, she can rush attack, and maybe that would do it. Her normal attack is going to do 4 to 13, so that also might do it. But this has an opportunity to knock him prone, so we'll try that. Okay, off balance. This could have been better.
I won't give in.
I gotta end my turn. Oh, critical miss. Beautiful. Oh, she took 8 damage. My goodness, she almost just died. Let's let Lizelle finish this off. Boom. And we will
but to keep going.
So my Inquisitor's Might, class action. You or an ally's weapons attacks deal an additional 2 radiant damage and can daze enemies for 1 turn. It's a bonus action, so we're gonna go ahead and basically ensure the kill here if I can. Boom. So I did 8 damage with that, so 6 plus 2. That's insane. I did not know that that could happen. But that's fun. We got a key or a chest. There's a chest back there.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
Anything of use?
I want to get whatever's on this body. Gold, Eldritch Rune.
This might unlock those controls next to the pod.
Okay, so the rune is going to unlock the controls. Pick up that slave mine. I wonder what the slave mine does. Huh. They did announce right before launch that there's a whole like mind flayer skill tree that you can put points into, and it's kind of a push your luck thing. Like the further you get into it, the worse things happen, but the more powerful you get. That sounds awesome. We're totally going to utilize that. Place your hand on the console.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Whoops.
Change at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
I like her. She's got a good point.
To get out of here before it's our turn.
I really like the intro to this, like having to immediately deal with mind flayers. It's so cool. Mind flayers are a really cool enemy in D&D, but it takes a bit to get to them
Appears dormant.
if you're like starting at level 1, because they're very powerful.
The console hums to life. But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Can I use Arcana? I know it sucks, but let's try. It's a difficulty class of 10, and I have a -1 roll. Let's do it. Hey! That feels good.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod.
Yeah, you know, that's a good point. I wouldn't want her to transform.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Will the pod to open. Let's do it. I require it's a DC 2. It would require a very poor roll. Literally a roll of 1 in order to do that.
Feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
Can we talk to her?
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a Gith with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Dangerous company is what you need in a fight.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Did you feel it? Or feel what I felt just before? We were in each other's heads.
I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. But that'll have to wait. Are we going to help each other or not?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Shadowheart. One moment.
Because that's not suspicious. What's that?
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Okay. Shadowheart gained 55 experience. It's pretty nice. Oh, I forgot to open this. We have that key, so that'll open that. Take that dark mind. I don't know what the dark minds are actually used for. I'm expecting it to be something to do with that illicit tree that we will eventually get to. So maybe hold on to this. There's a camp that you can have, and in your camp you have a stash, and you can put stuff in there. So we can always stash stuff in there, so we're not carrying it
We're nearing
around.
the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Cane yank.
Cool. They hate each other. I think I'm going to do the same thing that I did in the early access, which is just not run them together, and we'll kind of figure it out as we go. I will swap between many party members as we go.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Gale after we escape.
Let these intruder weapons burn us is ours!
Cool.
Impact is imminent. I must connect the helm.
I think I should just get in there, right? My AC is much higher, so I have, if we go to our inventory, AC is armor class, which is the number that the enemy needs to get when they roll their dice to attack you, including their bonuses. So they would need to roll plus whatever bonuses they have, a 17, which is pretty high, you know, considerably higher than, say, where's Shadowheart? I guess Shadowheart's 16, but if you're running like a wizard, it's like 10 to 12. It's not great. So I can get in there and tank.
Stay idle.
So we're definitely going to do that. And because we had those little like regeneration pods that we kept clicking on, it gave us back our stuff that normally requires a long rest, but that's not too big of a deal for me. We are going to Inquisitor's Might. Give us that extra damage. And then I'm just going to move as far forward as possible. Just so I can kind of get a better position on him. If he moves out of this circle that you see here, I will automatically attack him, but he's probably going to attack me on this turn. Now, Lizelle, I'm going to have her do her rush attack to just get in here.
Or you break.
Yeah, kill that. Can I loot as I go? Yeah, this stuff totally isn't an action, which is great, because I love my loot. I'm going to move her forward. We can be able to take care of that easily.
Blood comes easy these days.
This guy's going to shoot our paladin. Totally fine. Do I even want this guy? See, this is the debate here. If we could run up and attack this Hellsboar, but I could also do things like Firebolt, but it might be resistant to fire. I don't know. We could do it. I mean, it just needs to do 2 damage, so we can try that. Yeah, it's a miss. Totally fine. But I don't have enough actions anymore because I used my action just now, so I can't run up and attack it. So it's a debate in your head of like, it hasn't gone this round, which means that if I go and kill it, it wouldn't act at all. And so we get value out of our action economy. Yeah, and see, that was my free attack because he moved out of my range, so I get a reaction to get an attack on him. That's really nice. Let's move Lizelle up. Actually, I might be able to get in range of this. Just not enough. I'm really close, though. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Lizelle, and I'm going to have her ranged attack the imp. Yeah, there we go. And then she can use the rest of her movement to move up. We'll have our dude move up, get that. And we will have Shadowheart move up, and then I'm gonna have her dash. So dash is an action, it doubles your movement speed, but obviously it takes your action to do. You know what, I should loot that on the way too. Boom. Nothing there, okay. And her turn. She just, yeah, she doesn't have anything left. Connect. Cool. Then, I think, yeah. Oh, wow. Cinematic. Didn't know that was gonna happen.
Hurry!
I was gonna have her
before they
dash.
strike.
So, I mean, I could ranged attack. 85% chance to hit. That's not too bad. We can do it from here. That's quite the range, honestly. She's got no movement left. I'll end her turn. I think I'm going to go ahead and dash. Get that double movement. And I'm going to loot along the way. Take that, sure, whatever. I love loot so much. We will end his turn. See, now these are fiends. And because of that, I'm able to get the extra stuff with him that wouldn't require the divine sense. So it's definitely an option. It's just a bonus action. So we'll probably do that on the start of our next turn. I think I'm gonna do guiding bolt on this imp and just take the imp out. Bam. Good old clerics.
Kill them, or your spine is mine.
No time
So let's move up. I'm gonna go ahead and try to ranged attack it. Oh, still no dead. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Oh, that really sucks. All right, we'll end her turn.
Where do I go from here?
I guess I'll run up and finish it off. Again, the action economy, trying to remove any actions that haven't gone yet to get that extra value. And I can move just far enough that it will attack me. Hopefully. Yeah, totally fine. I'm alive. We're good.
Got to move.
We'll have Shadowheart come in here, kill it off. Bam. End her turn. And then we don't really even have to worry about it. Just run up and get this done. I could have looted them, though. Probably should have looted them.
The helm's alien transponder. You made it in time.
I do not look elegant falling through the air. My Dragonborn is not meant to be falling. It's pretty rad, though. I think that cinematic, the in-game cinematic, shows such an improvement on the very first iteration of the early access. It did not look good. That is way better. There's like a huge improvement on what it used to be, and that's really exciting because it shows you kind of what the rest of the game is going to be like. It just took me out. What saved us? Was it our guardian? Or was it the dark urge? We may never know. Man, can we just say how good my Dragonborn looks? I'm really happy with how he looks. So cool. His body feels a little small.
You half expected your memories to return once you were free of the Mind Flayer ship. But your past is still an aching void. If you don't find a way to remove the tadpole burrowed in your brain soon, your future will be as blank as your past. Your head whispers vengeance. You cannot wait to slice your way forth, seeking whatever wrought this tragedy upon you.
Yeah. Already getting into our backstory. Loving it.
My feet.
Little tip if you're playing on PC. Obviously, I'm not playing on console, so I don't know the controls for it. But if you hold left alt, you can see things to loot. It doesn't show you everything, but it shows you most things.
Pungent corpse. Since you awoke on the ship, your mind has been cold and empty, but something stirs. With your hands close to this body, you know nothing of why, but you find a half smile flittering across your face.
Intelligence. Trying to remember the last time you stood above a corpse. Ooh, I like that one. -1 intelligence though. Ew, it's a DC of 7. We should be able to make it. I gotta roll an 8. Oh yeah, 13. Perfect. We did it.
As soon as you delve into your mind, it is filled with flashes of 1,000 different dead.
Oh.
There is something unknown and unspeakable deep within your heart.
I'm loving this. This was the perfect backstory to go with, for sure. We should probably talk to Shadowheart, make sure she's okay. Can I try to take that? I could. It is reach for the artifact. I'm gonna leave it be for now. This is a long game kind of thing where we don't piss her off now, so we can get it later when she trusts us.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
Doesn't matter. We made it.
True. Seems like we're the lucky ones, judging by all the corpses strewn about. I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
That tentacle behind me is very ominous. What happened to our Gith friend? That's a great question.
You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us.
Okay, yeah. Now what?
First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
You want to stay together? Huh? You wanna hang out with me?
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
All right, let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
So, like, why? Why did our character free her? He didn't have to. He was kind of on his own, and he had this Githyanki that was helping and taking the time to free her. Well, that's taking valuable time that I could be using for other things, like
Something good here.
getting off the ship and not dying. So I think it is something within him, something from his whatever training. Obviously, he has some kind of combat training because he is a paladin. So he's been in some form of either monastic thing where he's got, training for, buckets of fish. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say this now before I forget. The fish and whatnot. Normally, if you're playing like, I don't know, Divinity, right? Divinity Original Sin 2. Perfect example. You find a bunch of fish, you find a bunch of food, you can eat it, and sometimes it'll heal you and stuff like that. In this, in particular, it is really important. It puts it all into this camp supply sack, okay? In this, it holds all of the different foods and whatnot, and when you camp, in order to get a full... Oh, how do you get a tactical view? Crap, I don't remember. What did I hit? Was it you? Oh, it was up. In order to get like your full rest during a short rest and whatnot, you have to use camp supplies. So it is pretty good to loot that stuff. So don't sleep on it.
There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
We've read this book before. If you want to go ahead and read it, it is here. I'm not gonna trudge old territory on that one, but I will loot everything else. So yeah, why? Honestly, why did he do it? I think, yeah, it's just something inside of him that says, like, hey, I'm going to need other people here. I need whatever help I can get. We're stronger in numbers. We have common foe. This person may end up being my enemy, but right now, they are my friend. That's why he freed her. This is a love letter. Sigh, I love you. There, I said it. And if we meet tomorrow, I'll say it again and again and keep on saying it till we're old and gray. I got a story about this. So let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so is staying here. the last few months have been hard, but they're always a little easier when you're there. Leave your boat. Meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. But whatever you can, or bring whatever you can carry. We'll make do with the rest. Don't be late. Love, Anna. So I have 4 kids. The oldest is 12, but the second oldest is 10, and she is basically 16. So lines like that, like the
Open up.
the over exaggerated, like, oh, I love you and whatnot, just like hyper attachment. Yeah, that's real.
More of
That's
those
real, people.
wretched things.
I was intellect devourer over there. I think I'm really picking up much that I can actually use. My actual armor is what's giving me a bonus to my AC as a paladin. See, so like my scale mail, get it? Scale mail, because I'm a Dragonborn. Is an AC of 14. The simple robe is 10. So like putting on the brimmed hat, not going to do anything. So I'm actually not going to put on the hat. The hat does give you additional effects later. So like I think it's a leather cap back in the early access was giving a bonus to dexterity saves, which would be like trying to not get hit by a fireball and stuff like that. So it's important. But you can also hide the helmets because most of them are hideous. Unless you want to look funny, you know? And then that's totally an option. When I'm playing with my wife earlier, there was this... In fact, I actually think I just picked it up. We got to this point here, and I put on this hat because it was so funny. And you know what? I kind of like it on him. You know what? We're going with it. We're sticking with it. Oh, I love it. An ancient door.
Can't get that open easily. Maybe there's another entrance.
Yeah. We're going to have to look for another entrance or someone who can lockpick. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's our goal. That's where we're going. Again, that's kind of the problem with... Oops, I didn't mean to jump. That's kind of the problem with having played this before. Can I get us to sneak? Yeah. So I kind of want to get into a position here with Shadowheart, maybe. Actually, yeah, let's... Okay, so we're going to split them up, and Shadowheart's going to come up here. No, sorry. Shadowheart, you're going to come up here, girl. I need her to have the high ground. Even though she's more of a melee character, she can cast spells. I'd rather not have her in the middle of this, because this is going to be complicated, as it turns out. Am I going to be able to, like, get the... Okay, can I get the drop on him? My hiding failed, but this might work. I am the sneakiest paladin of all time. That's amazing. I can't believe that worked. Surprised.
One strike could be lethal.
Your enemies are surprised and cannot take actions, reactions, or move on the first round of combat. If you surprise these enemies with an attack, your action has been used. But you know what? I surprised them. And that's nice. Shadowheart. I need Shadowheart to get in here too. So basically, I'm going to move Shadowheart into a position where she can finish off this Intellect Devour, potentially. So I still have 2 spell slots with her. I could use Guiding Bolt. I could use Guiding Bolt on another one of these Devourers as they get close. I mean, that's a 99% hit. It's pretty good. We have the high ground there. Damn right, we just leveled up too. It's not this character's turn. Okay, so can't attack, but I can do Inquisitor's Might. Now this takes an oath charge as well. So our oaths, so in this case, it is a replenishable resource on a short rest. This is the number of times that I can use Inquisitor's Might. But I plan on resting, potentially, if I take a bunch of damage here. So, yeah, gotta keep that in mind. She is done on her turn. Yeah, she's got no actions left. He's gonna attack me. And he missed. That was about as good as I could hope for. We can kill that one off. We can loot it. And you know what? I'm actually going to end his turn here. I want this Intellect Devourer to come to me and use the dash so it's not using its action. See? Beautiful. See, now I get, without having to go to it, I'm getting a fairly easy way to do damage here. So we can do this. That's a cantrip. It doesn't require any spell slots, so I can cast as many of these as I want as long as I have enough actions.
Time to push my luck
His turn
again.
is done. Her turn is done. He'll be able to kill it. if I hit. 95% chance to hit, you know, it's pretty good.
Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Yeah, you can go ahead and link back up with me.
Never a dull moment.
And then we'll level up after I'm done looking around here. Loot that brain.
Been this way before.
Gotta loot it. Surfaces, yeah. So this is a divinity thing, but there are different surfaces. Like this is a mysterious liquid. It says I can slip, right? There's also oil of accuracy. Coat on your weapon to receive +2 bonus to attack rolls with an oiled weapon. Single use. Oh, it's pretty good. Might be nice during like a difficult encounter to use that. So the thing is, if you have like an oiled surface and then you hit it with a fire spell, it will ignite. So this is just kind of cool little things and interactions with this. I've never played a divinity game. Let's go ahead and level up. Let's level up me first. The Paladin. I look amazing. I love that stupid hat. Oh, that feels good. Okay, so our health increased from 11 to 18. We get a extra spell slot, which is nice. That means we can cast 2 spell slots now. Actions, so we have now Divine Smite. So we can, I freaking love Divine Smite. This is why I've chosen Paladin, but not entirely. If you've been following up to the lead of this game on the channel, you know that I did a poll of should I even play it, because it's going to be a long RPG playthrough. That was over 90, I think it was over 95% of people who voted, and there was a lot of people that voted, said yes, which is cool. And then the second thing is I did a poll for which class I should play. I narrowed it down to 5. It was Druid, Bard, Paladin, Monk, and what was the other one? I don't remember that. It doesn't really matter. Paladin won by a long shot. It had like over 40% of the votes. Again, out of a lot of votes. So you guys clearly wanted to see Paladin. But I had people who were very hesitant because either they have played D&D as a Paladin or have seen people play D&D as a Paladin. And it's a typical one-note character, but fret not. Our character is going to have an absolute crap ton of depth. And I'm really looking forward to it. You've already seen hints of that. So we get Divine Smite. This is the best part of this. Our character is going to be built, sorry, I have bad hiccups, around killing our worst enemies just as quickly as possible. So if there's a boss, what we're going to do is our little dude going to run on in there as a Paladin, gonna Divine Smite, gonna absolutely kill whatever it is by doing a stupid amount of damage. We're going to be built around doing 1 to 2 turns worth of lethal damage on a single target. Just get it out of the fight, which is nice. We get Divine Smite as a reaction and Divine Smite as a critical. So you can choose, and this is the same thing with normal D&D, you can choose to use your Divine Smite after you have crit, which increases the damage. So it does, basically it does 1d8 radiant, right? And then with the crit, then you're doing that extra 2d8 to fiends and undead, which is really nice. So you can choose that after a crit, I'm going to do even more damage, which is great. You can also multi-class in this game, right? So I could just add a class and immediately go into multi-classing if I wanted to, which is nice. So like I could get Rage as a barbarian. That'd be kind of funny. We might actually multi-class later on, but for now we're doing Paladin. And we get spells. So now we have Command. Commands a creature to flee, move closer, freeze, drop to the ground, or drop its weapon. Compelled Duel, so we get them to duel us or attack us instead. Cure Wounds. Wrathful Smite. So possibly frightens your target. So it'll be easier to hit. They will be easier to hit and cannot move. We get Bless. So 3 creatures gain 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws. It's really good. Takes a spell slot though. Oh, by the way, the Divine Smites take a spell slot. We're going to be mostly saving our spell slots for that unless we really need to use it on something else, which means for spells, we're going to want to bring a wizard or a sorcerer or a warlock or something that can cast different spells. A Divine Favor, I do 1 to 4 extra radiant damage on an attack. or on attacks. This lasts for 3 turns, but I have concentration on it, which means while I'm casting a concentration spell, if something attacks me. By the way, if this is like really basic stuff that I'm going over and you already know all this, that's just ignore it for the time being. It won't be like this the entire playthrough. I'm just explaining stuff like this because it makes a big difference to nobody, or people who've never, makes a big difference to nobody. Makes a big difference to people who have never played specifically Dungeons and Dragons. They could have played other tabletop RPGs or games like this, but these are like weird and esoteric rules that come from years and years of editions of D&D. So the concentration is, if I have a concentration spell that I'm concentrating on, if I take damage, I have to make a roll. Otherwise, if I fail the roll, I lose concentration and that spell goes away. It's important to know that, because that makes a big difference. Heroism, I can gain temporary HP and be immune to frightened. It's better to have someone put that on me rather than me put it on myself or somebody else, because again, I might be taking damage. Protection from good and evil. We got Searing Smite, so we can do fire damage instead of holy. Shield of Faith, I can increase my AC by 2. Thunderous Smite, I can do thunder damage and knock them away, which is really nice. Fighting style, I can choose. Adopt a particular style of fighting as your specialty. Great weapon fighting is probably going to be what I do. I'm currently using a sword and a shield, but I want to be using a freaking two-handed weapon because that gives us the highest damage potential. And with that highest damage potential, it means we get even better smites out of there. More damage, good smites going on with that extra damage on the weapon, and we're just killing everything, right? When you roll a 1 or 2 on damage dice for an attack with a two-handed melee weapon, that dice is re-rolled once. So good. The protection is pretty good though. When you have a shield, impose disadvantage on attacks or on an attack against your allies if you're within 5 feet. But do we plan on having another melee character? Maybe Lizelle? Maybe? I don't know. I kind of like keeping my guys fanned out more than 5 feet for many reasons. The greatest I will explain in just a moment. Prepared spells. So I have access to these spells, but I only have 4 that I can have prepared at a time. This will go up as we level up. So we could do like, yeah, let's do Searing Smite, or let's do Wrathful Smite and whatnot. But honestly, we have normal Divine Smite. We don't need that. Why waste a spell slot on that? Command is going to be pretty good. Compelled Duel, now we're going to get rid of that. What we're going to do here is probably do Bless. Yeah, so, you know, Bless is great for us. And we're going to do Command. We're going to Cure Wounds so we can heal. And, I don't know, maybe Divine Favor? It's concentration. That's the problem. Protection from good and evil. Protects an ally against the attacks and powers of aberrations, celestials, elementals, fey, fiends, and undead. It's pretty good. Concentration, though, right? So Shield of Faith, also concentration, but might be better. I think we're going to go Shield of Faith and then hit that accept. So real quick little D&D lesson here. Why do I not necessarily want to be within 5 feet of my allies? Well, if I split these guys, if you imagine my attack circle as melee, just 5 feet around me, and I spread it out here. So now my attack circle is, you know, here, basically in the center, and her attack circle is here in the center here, which means if something tries to run between us, we can both use our reaction, if we haven't used our reaction, to get an attack of opportunity, a free attack against them if they're trying to come between us. So you create like these impenetrable circles. Obviously they're not impenetrable, you could go through if you choose, but it means that we're getting free attacks on stuff, and it causes great control over the battlefield. So just a little tactical thing.
I wonder what the next move is. I'm ready.
Let's level up Shadowheart real quick. She doesn't get a whole heck of a lot, I don't think. Hers is pretty basic. So she gains her extra spell slot. She gains Channel Divinity. Her divinity is Invoke Duplicity because she is a... what's the kind of cleric she is? I don't remember the name of this type of cleric. I may actually multi-class her, by the way. So distract your enemies with an illusion within 10 feet of the illusion. Attack rolls have advantage for you and your allies. Pretty nice. Turn undead, also a nice little thing. Pray to turn all undead creatures that you can see. So turns basically like causes them to flee, I believe, or makes them frightened. I don't have anything else I have to do with her. She's got 5 prepared spells that she can do, but I'm happy with her spells.
At least things have
Oh
started.
man, lots of explanation. That's why this particular episode is gonna be quite long, because I want to get through a lot of this intro, but at the same time, oh, you know what? I'm gonna come back this way to get that wood intro. But at the same time, I also want to be thorough, right? I want to talk about this stuff so we don't have to mention it necessarily in the future episodes. Get a good primer on what D&D is and what you can do in D&D, and then kind of move on from there. There's a pod here. Have I ever noticed that pod before? Was there a pod there in the early access? I guess there was, because I know Astarion is right here.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered.
That looks so funny.
In the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
I love my hat. They call me the sheriff. Kill it yourself. You look capable enough.
I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
You really think you're gonna get the drop on me, bro? Strength. Push yourself to your feet. Yeah. We can add a bonus too. We can get guidance. It's a cantrip from Shadowheart, so it's free. So we may as well do it. Never not do it, unless you don't want to succeed. So we get +3 from our strengths, and then another 1d4. Boom, success. Get out of here, Astarion. Get off me, bro.
I saw you on the ship, strutting about whilst I was trapped in that pod. What did you and those tentacled freaks do to me?
Is there a way to free him now? I wonder. Because I didn't really look at all of those pods. Maybe? I haven't done anything to you yet.
You arrogant little...
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light. The fear.
What was that? What's going on?
Honestly, I have no idea.
It's those tentacled monsters. Whatever they did, whatever they put in us, just created a connection. They took you too. I saw it during whatever just happened. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
Apology accepted. I might have done the same. Were the roles reversed? Yeah.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
Tell him of your crash, your worm, and your ruined brain.
My, you've been busy. So, did you learn anything about these worms while wandering the ship?
They're wormy. Yes, unfortunately, they'll turn us into mind flayers.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
Control it, we need to get rid of it. You travel with me, odds are better together. Yeah, let's do that one.
You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And anyone that can crash a mind flayer ship and walk away seems like a good person to know. All right.
I look great.
I accept. Lead on.
As he joins
I
your
love my
side,
character.
your mind dances with thoughts of a perfect, pretty corpse.
Oh. Whoa, what does that mean? Oh my goodness, that's the dark urge stuff.
Watch your back.
All right, let's level him up real quick. What is that supposed to mean? Perfect, pretty little corpse. Am I gonna kill my companions? That's amazing. Cunning action, hide, cunning action, dash, and cunning action, disengage. So he is a rogue. He gets cunning actions. So basically, a dash, a hide, and a disengage are all normally an action. So you take an action to dash, which doubles your movement speed, right? Rogues get these as bonus actions. So he can disengage, making sure he doesn't get those free attacks against him when he moves through enemies or away from enemies. He's wearing like chaps. What is going on with his pants? And of course, he can also hide because he's sneaky. He's a rogue. It's pretty cool. I can dig it. All right, we got a lot to do here, so let's do a little bit of looking around. There's a boar.
Moving in.
Oh, you know what? I don't.
No time to dally.
She doesn't have it either. Does he have like speak with animals? No, of course not. So you can speak with animals, which is a little fun trick that you could do if you were playing Divinity. You could get, spells that allowed you to speak, or it was a level up thing. I don't remember. It's been a bit since we played Divinity Original Sin 2. But yeah, you could totally be like, yo, I'm going to talk to this animal. And you would learn a lot of really interesting stuff. It was worth it. It was totally worth it to do if you could. So I recommend having someone who can speak with animals. Wasn't there something down here before?
Deep grooves in the mud around that rock.
Yeah. Can I pick the rock up and move it? This is like a very Divinity thing. And there's a chest. Ooh. All right, so we got Potion of Speed, gain an extra action, a +2 bonus to armor class, advantage on dexterity saving throws, and double your movement speed. When the condition ends, become lethargic. We can hit T to inspect, and we can look what lethargic means. The condition, consumed by exhaustion in the aftermath of haste. Can't move or take actions, bonus actions, or reactions. Single use. Okay. So Potion of Speed gives you the haste ability. Essentially, is what it is. Bloodstone. Interesting. Anyone can squeeze blood from a stone if the edges are sharp enough. That's stupid, but I'll take it. Oh, this is like a Harper's hidden away thing. Can I read this? Oh, I guess I have to take all. Where'd that book go? Harper's Notebook. Read. I don't think I've ever read this. Tattered collection of reports held together with a moon and harp seal. There's a frequent mention of sacrilegious activity among the local Selunite sect. The Harpers are basically a faction of people who are, man, how do I get into this without getting really too deep into D&D lore? They just want people to be good. They try hard, which is good. It's good to have the Harpers around, mostly. In fact, if you saw the D&D movie, which I do recommend, I thought that movie was great. Like really, really great. Way better than I expected it to be. That's a good thing. The Harpers are in there. The main character used to be a Harper, so they kind of get into the lore of Dungeons and Dragons with that. Man, that movie was really, really good. We took our kids to see it, and we walked out of that movie theater being like, I am so excited about that. I just got a alchemy tutorial, and you know what? I totally forgot to read it because I haven't done any of the alchemy stuff yet. All right, so here's a fun little thing. We're gonna quick save, which you can do with F5, by the way, if you're playing on PC. We're gonna right click on this, and we're gonna go to lockpick because he has thieves tools. He's a rogue, so he gets he has 1 thieves tools. These will be consumed if we fail. He gets +3 to this roll from dexterity, +2 from sleight of hand, and +2 from his sleight of hand expertise. So basically, he's getting a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's impossible for him to fail this. Pretty nice. Turns out having a rogue is nice for opening stuff. And he gets his leather helmet. So this is what I was talking about before. I wonder if it still has the effect on it. Yeah, dexterity saving throws +1. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and equip that. That'll be nice. But you can hide these because that helmet looks so dorky. It really, really does.
With haste.
We're actually gonna go up this way. I'm gonna change up my normal route, mostly because I'm not sure what's different here and what isn't. Things are definitely a little different, even slightly. There is some difference here that I'm noticing. So I'm kind of curious what exactly is completely different. But we're going to head up over here because we can get another party member.
More that survived the crash.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies,
Looks
maybe.
unstable, someone.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
It looks so good. Touch it. Touch the sigil.
A hand? Anyone?
Strength. Ignore the urge to maim. Grab the hand and pull. Oh, that's a great thing. I need a roll of 4. I think we should make it. I should have added the guidance anyways. There's no reason you shouldn't. It's a cantrip.
That's it. Go on. Keep pulling.
This is new. I love this. Before he just showed up.
Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. Usually better at this.
No need to apologize. Are you all right?
A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well.
Never mind the Nautiloid. How did you get stuck in that stone?
I don't know what transpired exactly, but the ship broke into pieces and I suddenly found myself in freefall. As I was plummeting to certain death, I spied a glimmer quite near where I estimated my body to impact with less than savory propulsion. Recognizing this glimmer to be magical in nature, I reached out to it with a weaving of words and found myself on the other side, as it were. How about you? How did you survive the fall?
That's a good question. Every time it turns to my character with my stupid hat. I took control of the ship, landed it safely, and saved the day.
That vast burning wreckage behind you somewhat contradicts your story, but here you stand, so who am I to argue? Still, swashbuckling heroics aside, I have the unfortunate suspicion your survival is still very much in jeopardy. Back on the ship, you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region, were you not?
Go on.
The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
Paladin. I can tend to basic wounds and ailments, but alien parasites, I'm afraid not.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved, or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Cool. Now we got Gale. I really like Gale. I think he's a great companion. By the way, can we just call it out now and say that the voice acting in this game is 10 out of 10. They got amazing voice actors for this. Loving it. All right, Gale, let's level you up, buddy. He is a wizard. It's a unique thing as a wizard because, you know, what do you have? 3 different magic types, I guess, standard magic types in D&D. You've got the wizard, you have the warlock, and you have the sorcerer. So what's the difference between a wizard and a sorcerer? Because they sound very much the same, especially if you played any other kind of game. Well, I'll tell you, the wizard can learn spells through scrolls. So there are spell scrolls that you'll find, which you can use to cast. The wizard can actually learn those scrolls just by memorizing the scroll, which is really cool and unique. Whereas a sorcerer has like a set amount of spells that they learn, and they also have like sorcerer points that they can enhance spells. A whole other like mechanic there, but they don't get to learn spells through spell scrolls, which is really kind of cool for the wizard. Okay, so class features. Gets 1 spell slot. Its health goes up to 14 from 8. Man, I couldn't imagine having 8 health. Squishy people. He gets Evocation Savant. Learning evocation spells from scrolls costs half as much, becoming 25 gold pieces per spell level. So if we learned a level 2 spell, it would be 50 gold. Level 3 spell would be 75 gold. So there you go. Sculpt spells create pockets of safety within your evocation spells. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Allies are automatically succeeding their saving throws against these spells and take no damage from them. So if I fireball on my paladin a bunch of enemies around me, he will not, because normally he would have to make the save as well, just as everybody else, or take damage. So in this case, or I guess in that case with the fireball, I think it's half damage. But yeah, now he doesn't have to worry about that. He gets a safety zone, which is so cool. He also gains 2 spells. So what 2 spells do we want to give him? Probably some more direct damage stuff. Ooh, Expeditious Retreat. You gain dash immediately as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends 1 turn. It's pretty good. False Life means 7 temporary hit points. Lasts until a long rest. Necromancy spell. Featherfall. I kind of want to give some Featherfall. Ice Knife. Ooh, I've not seen Ice Knife before. Throws a shard of ice that deals 1 to 10 piercing damage. It explodes and deals 2 to 12 cold damage to anyone nearby. Leaves an ice surface. Ooh, baby, we're gonna do that. What are his other prepared spells? He's got Grease, which we can ignite, Thunder Wave, Sleep, Witch Bolt, and Mage Armor. I like Ice Knife. So that's the thing, is we're gonna have to replace these. So like, do we replace Grease? Maybe. Do we replace Sleep? Yes. I think Sleep is a great crowd control ability, but right this moment, I don't think we need Sleep. So we're gonna go with Ice Knives, probably Featherfall. Chromatic Orb. Hurls a sphere that deals 3 to 24 thunder damage. What a range. And possibly creates a surface on impact. Alternatively, choose a different type of damage. Tasha's Hideous Laughter, also a good CC ability. Leaves a creature prone with laughter without the ability to get up. Lasts 10 turns. Creature has to have an intellect of 5 or more, and the target can try to shake it off each time they take damage. It's a really good CC ability. Shield is not bad either. I'm kind of thinking either I take Featherfall, because we are 100% going to need Featherfall later for something, or I take Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Honestly, I'm probably going to be hanging around a bit before I level up again and can take Featherfall, so let's take Tasha's. That's a fun ability. Let's take a fun ability.
Shouldn't have wished to live in
Cool.
more interesting
Let's go ahead and quick save after doing all that. Now we got a new companion.
Slow down.
I'm going to come down here and
That
take a look at these
trap's
gobbies.
obvious.
Supplies, goblin bow. So I noticed something earlier when I right clicked. I can send to camp. So this puts it in my camp chest. So if I'm ever filling up on inventory space, which I am bound to do, I can carry quite a bit because I got high strength, but I am bound to fill up there. It's another benefit of playing a paladin or barbarian or something like that, is having the high strength, by the way.
A mind flayer. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
This is interesting because there were, in the early access, there were people around him. They're not here anymore. What's up with that?
Discussion.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion compassion.
Give in to the emotion. This isn't right. Step away. Or no, you should be furious. Shouldn't you? Ooh, I like that.
Yes, you feel hate. And you deserve to be punished for it.
What?
You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame.
Oh, this got some BDSM going on.
Possessing your mind, forcing you to love it. But then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
Concentrates on its thoughts. Ooh, we could try it, but this is not going to be a great roll for us. Let's add that guidance and hope for the best. Ooh, yeah, we did it, even without the guidance. Nice. Curious.
Your minds fuse, lusting for something that is gone. But then its grip claws back with a vengeance, a vice locking your mind into obedience. It needs sustenance to survive, and with your very body, you can provide.
Submit to the feeling, lean in for a kiss. Nah, let's resist it. I don't want to do weird stuff. Let's I'm not kissing a mind flayer. Oh my goodness, please. No. I have inspiration. I can roll again. Dice tell stories. That is definitely true. We're gonna roll again. I just need to not roll bad. I have guidance. That's better. So I rolled a 1, which meant I just basically automatically failed.
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Close the eyes forever. Is that giving into our dark urge? I don't know. We may never know. Nice. Haunted one. Fresh kindle for the fire. I gained an inspiration too, so I got an inspiration back from doing that. Got another potion of speed. Cool. Is there anything else here? Look around a little bit. Doesn't really look like it. Okay, so we've gone up to the ruins where there is a fast travel point. We've gone down, we've traveled all through here, and we've kind of looked around. I'm just gonna quickly finish off our little map exploration by popping down over here. And that clears up that. So now I think what I want to do is go ahead and quick travel. I didn't actually know that you could quick travel. I thought this was like, oh, what game have I played recently where it's like that? Where you have to be at a waypoint or something to quick travel. It's something. Oh, it's a Jedi Survivor. So I thought I actually had to get to the roadside cliffs in order to get here. But we can pop down here and potentially use Astarion. Potentially. Right, so we can come over to the ancient door and use Astarion to lockpick. I believe this is a hard one though. So it's a DC of 20. We get a total bonus of anywhere between 8 and 11. So what do we need to roll? Well, we need to roll minimum of 12. Minimum. That's not gonna do it. That is not gonna do it. Oh, it is. Because we got you know what? I did the math wrong on that. I did the math wrong on that. But we did it. Now we got in here.
How considerate.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this safe. We're gonna use Astarion. I'm gonna go in sneaky mode with him. No trap disarm toolkit available. Okay, so I'm gonna hope that his perception.
Oh, I like it. Homely.
I'm hoping his perception is way better than mine. Okay, that failed. But hey, we have a safe path, right? So like we can grab me and we can move him here and maybe I see it. Okay, perception. So I see it. No trap disarm toolkit available. So if I try to open that, it's obviously gonna fail. I think this might be the same as early access. We can hope. And then Gale. We're gonna quickly, by the way, if you find that annoying of me being like, oh, but this isn't like early access, or it is like early access, or that I just know things because I have done some of these in early access, don't you fret. we are very, very quickly going to catch up to the point where I don't know anything anymore. I did not play very long.
What now?
Intentionally, because I wanted to get into it. We actually played. All right, Astarion. Can we get you to that button? I believe the button is what turns it off. All right, here we go. I believe it does disarm it. So let's go here. Before we're gonna quick save because this might be bad. Yeah, trap, disarm, toolkit. Okay, look at the plaque.
The text on the plaque is a mystery to you.
Can I just open it?
Traps. How considerate.
Oh my goodness. So, I forgot about that. It's the button that turns everything off. Not disarms it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep the party back. We're going to keep the party back because I don't got a trap disarm toolkit, so I wish I did. It would make this infinitely more fun. So we're going to make sure we get one of those. So, team.
My faith protects me.
We got to move you. Okay.
What's next?
Because our little buddy over here. Oh, we can turn on the candles too. Oh, by the way, this is a thing that is going to confuse some people, and I totally get it. But let's make sure that we have the conversation.
Keep going.
Some characters get dark vision, which allows them to see better in the dark. This has a literal effect in the game. Going into caves and whatnot will be darker on humans and what? Well, I think that's it. What other race doesn't get dark vision? I think most races get dark vision, and like Drow get enhanced dark vision. It increases the range at which you can see, and it makes the game brighter, which is another reason to play not a human for this playthrough, so we can actually see things. It makes a big difference. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to need to go into turn-based mode. So you've entered turn-based mode. Game has paused around you. Time is broken down into rounds that represent 6 seconds, okay? So we can open.
Traps. How considerate.
And then we can hit the button. Okay, and then we can end turn, potentially. I mean, actually, realistically speaking, I can jump. I guess I could dash. I could cunning action dash too if I really wanted to. But we could come over here because there's now going to be fireballs potentially, right? So we want to end turn.
Not on my mind.
Enter or exit turn-based mode.
In it.
Cool. I think we did it. Little sneaky things. Do we
Need to find a way forward.
Do we bring Astarion out? Yeah. Let's sacrifice Astarion. Stop sneaking, buddy.
Don't mind if I do. Oh dear.
There we go.
Someone's left a trap out for us.
The Witch's or Watcher's Guide. Uncommon, 0 to 7 damage. Death's Promise. When the spear misses its target, the wielder's next attack roll against the target gains True Strike. Ooh, that is really good. Engraved key. What's the key for? I don't know. This is all new. I don't know what the key's for. That weapon, different than what it was. Ring mail. Is the ring mail better than what my dude has on? He has scale mail. I'm not sure if scale mail is better than ring mail. Don't remember. What do we have here? Soul coin. Strange, incomprehensible whispers emanate from this coin, pervading your mind with rage and despair. These coins can power infernal engines. We're gonna go ahead and send that to
Strange coin.
the Paladin.
I wonder what it's worth.
Take all. Rapier, skull. Okay. So, let's go ahead and regather my team. Things are safe, guys. Things are safe. We're good.
Still in control.
Let's actually look at everybody's inventory. Yeah, so this weapon, I could put it on me because I'm proficient in it. So it goes 4 to 11 damage, which is as good as his Warhammer. And I also picked up a shield. Still the same as mine, but it's studded, so it looks a little different. I like it better than that like wooden thing. And then he picked up that scale, or the ring mail, 14. Both have disadvantage on AC. AC bonus from Dex limited to +2. So does my AC actually go up if I switch to it? Here, let's check. Yeah, it goes, or does it? 17? No, it goes down. What about her? What does she got? What does Shadowheart have? Click on her.
I'm ready.
She has chain shirt, but she's not proficient with heavy armor, which is a problem. What does Gale have? He just has robes, and he's got padded armor. Interesting. Okay, totally fine. Got that rapier. But she's not proficient with rapiers. Is Astarion? Yeah, he could use it, but honestly, I think it's better. I mean, he could dual wield, so like we could put a dagger in one hand and a rapier in the other. I think. Why is that not? Can I not equip it? Oh, is he not? He doesn't have dual wield. Interesting. So I guess we'll use the rapier. Do I have anything else that I might be able to use? I had this other dagger. I could probably use 2 daggers, maybe. Short sword. I think I'm going to keep it with what it is. We have a keychain. Interesting. Open. Huh. Can I just like put keys in there? Because I have this gold key. What did he have? He had the engraved key. Oh, okay. So I can just like, oh, that's cool. That's a way nicer way of storing keys and whatnot than what we previously had. I'm feeling pretty good. He has this bow, 4 to 9 damage. Is the light crossbow better for him?
Keep your distance, Dad.
I mean, he can use it. Actually, I don't see why he wouldn't use it. So he's gonna go ahead and crossbow it up. Might be able to get some good shots in.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
All right, let's push forward here. Oh, there's a vase.
Must be on my way.
I don't need to care about any of this stuff. Open sesame. It's an opulent chest. I wonder if these chests are the ones that require the key. I'm not gonna take that stuff. There's certain garbage I'm just not gonna carry around with me, and cutlery is one of those things. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna carry it around. Scroll of protection from good and evil. So this is what I'm talking about. So these spell scrolls, so learning spells. So I can open the spell book, boom. And is this specifically for Gale? Oh, K opens all of this. Interesting. Huh. I kind of like this new interface that they have for this. You can look at our equipment. We can look at alchemy. Can I make stuff? I mean, we can get crazy here, but ooh, extract all ingredients too. New recipes unlocked. Okay. Potions. Potions of mind reading. Fragments of memory and perception smatter this liquid, a crude constellation of thought. Can I make one? Oh, I can. Very interesting. Elixirs. I now have elixir of peerless focus, elixir of fire resistance, alchemist fire, oil of accuracy. I like that. I like that this is yeah, and that we can make healing potions. Great. Freaking great. So let's open up Gale.
Work my magic.
I think he already has protection of good and evil. Can I learn more spells? Oh, wow. Okay. I have enough. I mean, he doesn't have the level to do detect thoughts, but I have enough to do it where I can learn it. Let's go ahead and learn protection from good and evil. May as well. We're going to want to do that. We're going to want to play Gale like he's playing Pokemon. He's going to try to collect them all. Because it gives us the greatest range of stuff to do. Here's the thing. I kind of want a short rest to get my oath back, but is that big of a deal? Okay, that's what used the engraved key to open this up, which we want to go this way for many reasons. I still have my shield on, right? Yeah. It's just he didn't have it on him, so I was double checking that was actually a thing.
Scribes, but no sign of a struggle.
Hey, what do we got? Scrolled burning hands, quarterstaff.
I wonder what was so subversive about their words that they commanded protection.
Anything here? No, let's go see what the scribe has got. This place looks looted, almost. The heavy key. Because, like, these tombs and stuff are open.
That's Jurgle, scribe of the dead. I didn't think anyone still worshipped him.
Oh, can I read the plaque?
The inscription is in a language unknown to you.
Kind of cool. I guess I can check over here for the scribes, see if there's any more. This area leads back out and up. Kind of above of where we're at now. Oh, there's a chest back there. This is a really pretty game. Now, I will say, I'm going to upload these in 1440p. But just because of the length of these episodes, it may take a while for it to ever reach 1440p. So if you're watching this as it comes out, you're probably going to see it in like 360p. Just YouTube, handling YouTube stuff. But if you're watching this later down the line, make sure you're watching on 1440. Even if you don't have a 1440p monitor, it's just going to look better. It's just how YouTube works. Unless, of course, you're data restricted, then don't do that. Should probably mention that. It's a button. Open sesame. Got some bony boys.
Something just woke up down here.
So downed, general tutorial. If a member of your adventuring party reaches 0 HP, they are downed. This is a state between life and death, where they roll each turn to survive. On 3 successful rolls, they become stable. On 3 failures, they die. Welcome to D&D. Helping down characters. Down characters get back up if they regain hit points. Allies can help them by healing them or using the help action. So we're going to play this like tactical masters. Which means we're gonna go run and hide. Right. I'm gonna move Astarion to about there for now. We're gonna move Shadowheart, right? Because she also has her turn here. I'm gonna dash. Move into here. Because they have the numbers game at the moment on us, I believe. Yeah, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have 1 over us, which means they have the they have a higher action economy. They can do more actions in a round than we can, so they have an advantage. Even if they are less powerful than us, they have an advantage on actions. So we're gonna end her turn and his turn. We're gonna let them come to us. Lead them into the hot gates where their numbers count for nothing, you know. He's gonna dash, which means he's already used his action. He can't do anything about that. We're gonna have Gale dash. Ooh, should I have Gale dash? Because I am now within range for Gale to actually do something. I can have Gale use an actual spell slot here, or I can have Gale do a cantrip. I feel like cantrip is probably gonna be the best. Let's go ahead and do a Ray of Frost to attempt to slow this down so it doesn't get to us so fast. Or just kill it outright. Good job, Gale. Well done, buddy. We'll move him over here, just so he's kind of in a weirder spot for line of sight. And his turn. Now for us, we're gonna come in right here, right around the corner. And I have bonus actions that I can do. So we're fighting some undead. Let's use a Divine Sense. Now, Divine Sense in Baldur's Gate, different than Divine Sense in actual D&D. Unless they've changed it with all the weird new stuff they're doing. Honestly, while my life is very entwined into D&D, I'll talk about that in a moment, my recent play of D&D has been very low. Ever since the whole weird stuff where they were trying to get rid of the SRD, which is like the open source rules for Dungeons & Dragons, because they were losing out on money, and then also trying to... Oh my goodness, Gale just almost got wrecked. Gale, buddy, we need you to move. You need to come in here. Do I want him to use a potion? Actually, no, I want him to hold tight. Give mage armor. And hope for the best. I don't want him to go down. I don't want to heal him. I use resources that I don't need to use. Right, so we will go ahead and end Gale's turn. Astarion, I'm going to move him right here. I don't really have much I can do other than just ending his turn. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Maybe hide, so he can't be targeted.
We'll do it my way.
He's now hiding, so we can end his turn.
My faith will protect me.
I don't want to utilize any of her spell slots. No, let's go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to move myself back just a teensy bit. And end turn. We're going to let them come to us. Anyway, so the Wizards of the Coast also attempted to monetize content creators, essentially. So if you made a product or were making a product, you were making money on the D&D property past a certain threshold of money that you were making, you had to pay them, which sounds fine in practice, but it was very specifically targeting like Critical Role and a couple other things, which is why they're making their own RPG, so they don't have to worry about D&D anymore. And it just didn't feel good. It felt really dirty at what they were trying to do. So we have, okay, I'm going to explain this real quick. We have sneak attack as a rogue. Deal extra damage if I have advantage against the target. I get advantage as a rogue against the target, specifically for my sneak attack stuff, when the target is adjacent to an ally, which you see here is exactly what's going on. However, even though this warrior has 28 health, the scribe only has 10. I have a higher likelihood of just one-shotting the scribe than I do with the warrior. So what we actually do is we play paladin. You know what I mean? Divine Smite, which does radiant damage, which when we inspect and we go, what exactly is radiant damage? Is it not going to tell me what radiant damage exactly does? It's not. Basically, it's good. We're going to do that against this guy. 55% chance to hit, though. Can I increase that at all? If I get Shadow... Oh my goodness, I did not want to move. All right, we're going to move back. Stay there, Paladin. We're going to get Shadowheart to move in to 5 feet. To attempt to attack here. But I'm just going to move her there. Now he's going to do his Divine Smite. It's a 55% chance to just wallop him. I missed, but I got True Strike. It's 55% chance, right? It's a roll of the dice. She can go ahead and Guiding Bolt, though. Or Sacred Flame might not be that bad. Guiding Bolt, 30%. She has disadvantage because it's a melee. She's in melee, it's a ranged spell. I could try to Concussive Smash to get rid of his reactions, but that doesn't seem like that's going to work very well.
One card always.
I think we let Gale go and see what Gale can do versus the scribe. Because if Gale can kill the scribe, that would be best. We're gonna go ahead and Witch Bolt. Situational actions. You have unlocked an action as a result of another ability, feature, or condition. It will remain at the side of your hotbar until those conditions expire. So basically, I'm going to be able to do activate Witch Bolt to kill it right on the next turn. But I'm just going to move out of line of sight, so he's not in line of sight of them. I'm basically trying to block this doorway so nobody can get to Gale. We're doing a screen. We're screening is the maneuver here. So I think what I do is I go ahead and run over here. Even though it puts him in line of sight of this guy, right, to be hit. I think Astarion's probably fine. We're going to sneak attack and melee him. It only does 9 damage. It's not bad. I actually feel like what I'm going to do... Here, I'm going to disengage. Which is going to allow me to move a little further. I'm actually going to move Astarion here, which means that if he wants to get around us, he can't go through Shadowheart. He can't go through me. He's going to have to go this way. He can't make it through this little crack, so he's going to have to go all the way around. That is an attack each time that he's taking if he chooses to do that. So we're basically making it so there's no reason for the AI to even want to do that to begin with. Shadowheart still hasn't gone. Do we try to get the kill on the scribe, or do we wait for Witch Bolt to finish it off? Probably Witch Bolt, though I could reduce the actions that they're taking on this turn. I want to do as much damage as possible to him. I can't do the Guiding Bolt. Right, gotta remember that. We're just gonna go with the 45% chance. All right, and Entity was vulnerable to your attack and took double damage. Why was it vulnerable to her specific attack? She's got bludgeoning? Oh, because he is a skeleton. Gotcha.
To kill. Allow me to demonstrate.
And everybody's turn. This guy's gonna run up, can't do anything. He's gonna use his action to dash, so he's in a position to attack next turn. He's gonna attack and miss, baby. That's beautiful. He's gonna move up. He will be able to attack. Perfect. Hit Astarion. I'm fine with that. They're all kind of grouped up at the moment, which is beautiful. Oh no, he silenced us. We can't cast spells. That's what silence does. Which is fine for Astarion. Not so great for Gale, though I think Gale can still activate Witch Bolt. Which finishes him and gets rid of the concentration for that, so the silence is gone. Kind of nice. Which was the right play to put Witch Bolt on him. Now, Astarion. Well, actually, you know what? Let's see what we do here. Let's see what we do. We're gonna go ahead and Divine Smite again, 80% with advantage. Boom, baby! Just blows them up. That is why we're Paladin. Blow them up. We're gonna take all that, and I'm gonna go ahead and get into melee with both of them. That means if they try to move, they're kind of screwed. If they try to attack with a ranged attack, they're getting disadvantaged. So we got a good spot there. So we're gonna leave our Pally buddy there. We're gonna go ahead and sneak attack ranged. They both have 10 health, so we'll just do this one. 8 damage, not bad, not bad. We'll leave Astarion there. Actually, I should move him out of line of sight of the other one. And then we'll move Shadowheart.
Stay focused.
We will Guiding Bolt this one. Miss, are you kidding me? Oh, that's bad. I guess we'll run over and do more blocking.
Let's have some courage.
Let's see what they do. Ray Frost, totally fine. Getting a free attack, kill them off. Beautiful. You see what I mean?
Can't even catch
The
my
screen is really good if you do it right. It does mean you got to be fairly aggressive, though. Let's be honest. But Shadowheart should be able to come and reduce him down to 0. Critical miss. That's because I said something. Can I sneak attack? Good job, Astarion. Good job, buddies.
breath. A long road ahead. A lot of effort to hide one sarcophagus.
I kind of feel like what I want to do
These
is...
birds have seen everything.
Can I open this up? The Amulet of Lost Voices. Speak with Dead, level 3 necromancy spell. You know what? We can go ahead and pop this on. So now we get Speak with Dead, which is pretty cool. So grant a semblance of life to a humanoid corpse, allowing it to answer up to 5 questions, which there is a great scene in the D&D movie if you haven't seen it with this. It's really good. We're going to short rest is what we're going to do here. So with the short rest, it restores half of our HP, and warlocks would also restore their spell slots. It's the benefit of a warlock over a sorcerer or a wizard.
Well, some rest's better than none.
And
Still alive.
before I open this up and have a conversation here, I did want to finish my thought. So D&D is definitely entwined with my life. I run my own business. So if you're new to the channel, this is all new information. I run my own business called Beholder Tabletop. I 3D print miniatures and sell them through Etsy. I also do miniature painting commissions. And that's my whole business. So outside of YouTube, that's the way that I make money. And I do a lot of that. So I'll put a link to my Instagram in the description. And then in the description, you can go there, check it out. You can also join our Discord and a bunch of other cool stuff down there. Let's go ahead and pop into this. That looks so cool.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me, right as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
What a question for our particular character. Quite the question. What's the reason for it? So he has spoken. What here are you talking about? Paladin, what manner of undead are you to ask such a question? Ooh, yeah, let's turn it back on him.
I am not the same as those thou hast slain, if that is what thou askest. Wilt thou answer my question?
Crap, you put the burden of proof back on me. Yes.
So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
Life's only value is as currency. It doesn't matter to me otherwise. Each life is of infinite value and merits sacrificing everything for. That's definitely not what our particular character would say. The only life that matters is mine. That's probably closer. The only life worth more than any other. Or no life's worth more than any. Mine seems worth little, as my blood calls me to harm others. Ooh. Does he reveal that? His whole party is around him. No. I don't know if he does. Although that sounds interesting, because that gets an interesting response out of this particular character that we're talking to, which is an interesting character, so... Mortals live to die, to be slaughtered. We're going with that one.
Some do. Yes, very well. I am satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place. Farewell.
Nice. Unfamiliar familiarity. Can I do any more of this? Ooh, Arrow of Dragon Slaying. Whoa, nice. Arrow of Arcane Interference. Oh my goodness, that's like really good. I don't think that was in here in the early access. So, Arrow of Dragon Slaying, very rare, deals double damage to dragons. Confirmed we're gonna fight dragons. Arrow of Arcane Interference, break your target's concentration and silence it. You see, this is why I explain the basic stuff as we go for rules about D&D, because it is specifically answering questions to a bunch of other different things. It's like if you're playing Warhammer, for instance, and you've got your army that you're playing with another person. If you understand basic rules, like what, I don't know, what's a good one? What armor pierce does or something like that. Then when it pops up into a dialogue like this, you understand what it means. We understand what concentration is, and now we understand what silence is. Very nice. We're going to give these arrows to Astarion, for sure. So, is it, because he said it, Astarion, but that's just his accent.
Good here.
So is he Astarion or is he Astarion? Don't know. Oh, we did that one. Okay.
Never wanted the easy path.
Cool. So we can go through this way. Definitely an option. Maybe we should. Takes us to a whole new area. A chasm, in fact. Can I jump into the chasm? I don't believe I can. An onyx ring. We'll take the soul coins.
A chained up book in a long abandoned temple.
Ooh.
Temptation, old friend. We meet again.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive lock.
Interesting. Paladin wisdom. Channel the magic spark of your oath through the lock. It's a DC of 10. Can I get guidance? Yeah, cool. Let's hope. Big money. Nice. Is this something to do with Gale? Is that why he had like conversation there?
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment. What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what?
Religion. Examine the book more closely. We actually have a -1 to religion, so this is bad for me. This would be better with, like, Shadowheart. Yeah, -1. But we get the guidance. DC 10. That's not gonna work. I kind of want to use my inspiration to re-roll this, honestly. Can I? Do I have inspiration? I got inspiration before. Yeah, we have 3, actually. Yeah, let's re-roll it. Come on. Let's mitigate that chance. Much better.
Gods. These are the names of gods, once lost but now restored after the Second Sundering. The last 3 names in this book sit close together, but are so devastated by the scroll as to be unreadable. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
That's cool. So, Sage, Secrets of the Sundering. Gale is inspired. Just P to view. Acolyte, Divinity Undone. Shadowheart is inspired. 1 inspiration plus 25 XP. And then item received, Scroll of Ray of Enfeeblement. That's a nice spell. I can hopefully get Gale to learn that. Interesting. Inspirational events. So it tells us why they're getting inspiration. It's kind of cool. I have gotten quite a few. Gale's gotten 1. This is really cool. This is a nice UI that they got going on here. It's a huge upgrade from what it was. I'm digging it. Oh, and we have it automatically casting Divine Smite on critical hit. I'm not sure if I want it to automatically do that because it uses a spell slot, but we're going to leave it that way until it becomes a problem. I still have 1 more spell slot for the use of more smites, or potentially something else. We'll have to see as we go.